evening and welcome to the Oscar Roundup. By now I imagine almost everyone knows that the big winner was Forrest Gump, a beautifully made but simplistic picture which seems to have entered into the American psyche. It had 13 nominations and won 6 awards. Not actually as many as a lot of people had predicted, but a lot more than anyone else. By contrast, Britain's 19 nominations led to only 4 Oscars, but I think we can be philosophical about that. Well, in just a minute, we'll show you precisely how the prizes were distributed. But first, of course, Oscar night begins with the arrival of the stars at the auditorium. This year, the Shrine Auditorium in downtown Los Angeles. Tom Brook was there to observe and report.
Do you feel that life is like a box of chocolates tonight?
What an amazing and original question that is. Oddly enough, no. I think life is more like a great big sack of diamond jewels.
It's very exciting, you know. I feel a bit crazy dressed up like this in the middle of the day with the sun shining.
We knew we had one Gibbs and Hawkes suit and one Versace dress. And there was some discussion about which way round we'd do it. And in the end, this looked by far the best.
I think it's wild. I mean, this is nuts.
It's kind of nutty.
It's like hell.
It's very daring.
It is daring. But we're going into the year of the space age.
Does your outfit bring new meaning to the phrase never leave home without one?
It certainly does.
As I walk down this gauntlet, I feel like one of the knights of old Britain.
One of the best nights of his life.
Whatever happens, happens. If I win, I win. If I lose, I still win.
I wish I could sit somewhere and see all the movie stars.
What are your thoughts as you walk down this red carpet?
I need the ladies' room.
I think it's great to celebrate film, and a bit of madness is no bad thing. I don't know where they get these people from.
What are your thoughts as you walk down the red carpet here?
How soon can I get through this?
Why are you saying that?
Well, you should try it sometime.
Is it hard work talking to all of us?
Yes.
This is the biggest hoopla I've ever seen.
My boyfriend's from England.
Yes.
He understands your language.
So now, pour yourself a glass of wine, sit back, relax, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. We've come to the end of another one, Tom. I'm not entirely unhappy about the way things turned out. I think I would have been unhappy if Forrest Gump had swept the board, as everybody said. One time they were predicting that it might win as many Oscars as Ben-Hur, 11 out of its 13. In the end, it got 6. I think 6 was about, well, I guess it was fair. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I do think, though, by giving it 6 Oscars, the Academy did recognise brainless entertainment. And I think the other thing to remember about this year, despite what everybody says, it hasn't really been a great year for pictures. I mean, to talk to people in this town, especially the publicists, they'll tell you the contrary. But I think that 10 years from now, people will look back on the films from this year and they'll have a hard time remembering them.
Jessica Lange, though, that was good. I mean, I was quite delighted for her.
I was very pleased that Jessica Lange won. I think that she's a very gifted actress. I know that she did win several years ago a Best Supporting Actress award for her role in Tootsie, but she has made a number of films since then that she wished she was nominated for, but for which she has not won an Oscar. And I think it's a very important award for her to win. She's 45 years old. She's at that point in life when actresses can begin to have a hard time.
Bandying a lady's name about, Tom.
Well, I think it's great for her that she won. I think she's an actress who's got a lot of class, and I was very pleased with that award. I can see that the party's taking over here now, Barry. The band's really playing.
I know you're going off to Vanity Fair, I think.
I'm actually going to the Elton John party.
You're going to the Elton John
So
party.
I'm going to meet one of Britain's victors, I hope.
Oh, good. I hope so too. But the hot party this year is the one here, the one that's going on thrumming behind us. And that's the party thrown by Miramax at Chasen's, which is one of the most famous restaurants in Hollywood and is, alas, soon to be torn down to make way for yet another shopping mall. I can't believe it. Anyway, Chasen's is the hot party this year.
Couldn't wait to get older, thought I'd have so much fun. I guess I'm one of the grown-ups now.
funny, every time we meet, you've just won a prize.
Yeah, I know. Well, you're a good luck charm, you know. In fact, I think you should like hang around everything every time I make a movie, definitely.
Hello there.
Hi,
how are you?
Oh, what a marvelous thing
heavy
to have. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Thank you very, very much. We're very thrilled. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm particularly delighted it was a tie because everyone had told us about this other film, which everybody says is wonderful. We've never actually seen it. It was just so delightful when they said a tie. I've never heard of that before.
No, I mean, I thought you'd have gone to the other guy.
Yeah, I mean, it was great, and they were so nice as well. I've discovered that they're all executives at 20th Century Fox, who went off and made a little film on their own, which is quite a shock because they're off making these big ones, whereas it's a little tougher for us.
Yeah, but what a lovely thing.
I know, it's great.
Congratulations.
Thank you. This is Ruth.
Yes, indeed, I know. Yeah, it must have been a lovely moment.
It was, very sweet.
It's terrifying when you stand up there and you look down and you suddenly see Jeremy Irons and Steve Martin. I love Steve Martin. He was looking, he gave me a big smile and I thought, my God, he's the funniest man in the world. What can you say, the funniest man in the world?
What are you going to do with that when you get it home?
It's going to go in my, we live in a 2-bedroom flat in Crouch End, so it's just going to be plopped on the mantelpiece.
Hi.
How are you, Barry? How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good.
But it's a shame it didn't quite turn out to be Pulp Fiction's night tonight, did it?
Well, that's all right. We'll take care of that at the BAFTA Awards.
Oh, what a nice thought.
Yeah.
Would have been good if you and John Travolta had managed to pull off that double.
Well, it would have been great, but now you guys have a chance to make sure that happens for us. So, look forward to that happening. We'll be there.
But it was nice for Diane Weiss to...
Absolutely. I mean, Diane gave a great performance. And I'm really happy for Woody, too, that the movie got 7 nominations, so more people will go see it.
And Woody, of course, is just up in New York playing his clarinet.
Playing his clarinet, that's Woody.
Has anybody talked to him tonight?
Not tonight, no. I've spoken to him a little while ago, but not tonight, no.
But nobody sort of ran to the phone and said, Woody, this is happening.
No, Woody's just happy for everybody. You know, that's the way Woody is. He just puts out the work. That's all he does.
How long may he continue to do that?
Well, yeah, thank you very much.
The thing I'm trying to figure out is what it is about Forrest Gump that has gripped America so much, because it's hard to understand it outside.
Well, I think part of it is that Tom Hanks has become just the most popular actor of his generation. Certainly.
I think it's as simple as that.
Well, not as simple as that, but it's certainly part of it.
Well, yeah.
And I think that certainly we in America are looking for some simple answers.
How are you?
All right. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Did you have a good evening?
No, it's incredibly boring.
Oh, dear. Oh. How are you? Bad luck.
Yeah, well, you know, I was disappointed, but I adore Tom, and he's a good friend of mine, and he breaks my heart. When his acceptance speech broke my heart.
Yes, but he's making a habit of breaking down in the middle of acceptance speeches now.
But
it must be an
I
emotional
think it's real.
occasion.
It's for him, you know. It's very much real to him, you know, and I love it.
It must have been a great night for you too, because it's a long time since Saturday Night Fever, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, it's 17 years between Oscar nominations.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah, you're not going to leave it so long next time, I hope.
I better not. Especially when I'm not stopping working, so you know, maybe in the next few years I'll be back or something.
Of all the Oscar night parties, the Elton John benefit here at the Four Seasons Hotel has become a bit of an institution. It's now in its 3rd year, and it nearly always attracts a good number of socially concerned stars. The atmosphere at the party this year, though, was a bit different because the host arrived clutching his very own Oscar trophy. How do you feel about your Oscar night victory?
Pretty terrific. I mean, you know, it's pretty exciting for someone from England to get an Oscar. So I mean, these are the things to have.
Were you happy about the particular song that won?
Yeah, of the 3 that were nominated, I thought that would be the favourite to win, and I thought it was the best song of the 3.
You know, you're having a really good year. You've just got a new record album out. You won an Oscar tonight. What's brought about all this good fortune, do you think?
I don't know. Sometimes, you know, the fate conspires to... your career goes up and down, and you have little mountains of success, and then you have little valleys of kind of quiet times. But I don't know. I've cleaned up my act. My life has changed, and all good things have happened to me.
What are you going to do with the trophy?
I don't know yet. Just take it around with me and not let it go.
Were you happy about the song that won?
Yes, I was. I mean, I obviously yes. I mean, I think "Circle of Life" is also a nice song, but the song that won was such a big hit here, and Elton does it so beautifully. It's a wonderful pop record, and I think it had to win because everybody had heard it.
Tell me, overall, how was Oscars night for you?
Fun. Thank you very much indeed.
We enjoyed it a great deal. We took lots of we pretended to be taking pictures of each other, but we were taking pictures of like very famous people standing just behind us. So I've got lots of pictures of my girlfriend there, and then Paul Newman's head just over the top of hers.
What did you make of the ceremony?
It was good. I mean, we thought David Letterman was a lot of fun. We both went out to the loo in one of the advertisement breaks and then got locked out for huge long swathes of it because it started again too soon.
Did it come as a surprise to you that Quentin Tarantino won in the category that you were running in?
It would have come as a dismal shock had he not. No, it wasn't a surprise at all. He got our vote.
And overall, what do you make of the fact that Forrest Gump did so well?
It was a strange year, wasn't it? Well, every time they said Forrest Gump, of course, we thought they were about to say 4 weddings and a funeral. So that was hurtful, but it was a wonderful film. So.
Did you think it was rather predictable what happened tonight in terms of the results?
It seemed as though all the results were exactly what people had said, apart from, I think, Legends of the Fall winning Best Cinematography, which shocked us all profoundly. But apart from that, it seemed to be what people had thought. It must be a bit disappointing, wasn't it, generally?
How have you been spending the evening since the actual ceremony?
Waiting for a limousine. That's the cut and thrust of it. No. Well, we've been to a couple of parties, but now we're in our hotel, so I think this is probably the end of our time.
What about the show in general? Did you find it entertaining?
Great. I love it, you know. That razzmatazz and Yahoo and helicopters and all that. And
what was that?
Who threw that? But I love it. I love all that crap, you know, that tinsel and lights. I love it. I think the more the merrier, you know. It's show business.
Another popular party was held at Morton's restaurant, which is today, I suppose, what Chasen's used to be. It was co-hosted by Vanity Fair magazine and by Steve Tisch, one of the producers of Forrest Gump.
The film translates. It's a universal story. It's about humanity. It's about tolerance. It's about family, and it's about your heart. And that translates into every language.
You could see the way the thing was going. And I think that when you do that, you just settle back and you just sort of let it all wash over you. And it was very nice because a lot of people come up to me and said, you know, we thought you should have won it. And Tony Hopkins just come up and said exactly that. And Morgan Freeman, John Travolta, and all these people came up. And I just felt that there was a very warm feeling amongst the actors there.
It's my 3rd time, and I say 3 times the charm. So I was very pleased, and been running off at the mouth all evening.
I don't think there were any upsets, were there? They were all as expected, which is perhaps a bit disappointing in a way. And it's always nice when some dark horse candidate, particularly yourself, comes through, but it wasn't to be this year.
I thought they were groovy. I mean, you know, it's been a very long time since I've always watched them on the telly, and it was just heaven to be there. Heaven. Very fascinating. Bit slow. Lots of commercial breaks, but otherwise lovely.
And were you disappointed for 4 weddings?
Well, I think we all thought it was a certainty. And so, yes, it was bitterly disappointing, yeah. I can't understand how those could have won.
And what about Forrest Gump? Did you think it deserved to win? Are you a Gump fan?
Well, I thought it was a very good film, but I mean, obviously it was nowhere near 4 Weddings and a Funeral, yeah. Very surprising, very surprising. But, you know, I think that's the Oscars. That's the joy of the Oscars. They're full of shocks.
So that's it for another year. I imagine the considerable success of Forrest Gump will come as a surprise to those outside America. But here it was no more than expected. With its reactionary, revisionist view of history over the last 30 or 40 years, it reminds people of a nicer, nobler America that they believe once existed and might, with luck, be made to exist again. If you want to understand the political mood of America today, you could do a lot worse than study Forrest Gump. As for Britain's interest in the Oscars, well, I think we can take pride in our 19 nominations and our 4 victories. To be overshadowed by what amounts to a national phenomenon is no cause for shame. I'll be back in London with Film 95 next week. But for now, from here, from Hollywood, from the 67th Academy Awards, goodbye.